The world of 2026. Imagine a time not so long ago. The year is 2026. The world hums with a familiar energy. Concrete, steel, highways filled with human-driven cars. Information is vast, yet accessing it requires effort. A conscious act of searching and reading. This was a world on the cusp of a great change, but its inhabitants could scarcely imagine the scale of the transformation that was to come. Life in 2026 was defined by its limitations. The human lifespan was a finite, precious thing. Education was a long and arduous process. Work consumed the majority of their waking hours. The challenges they faced were immense. A changing climate, political divisions, and the ever-present threat of disease. Early artificial intelligence existed, performing specific tasks, assisting in analysis, and offering recommendations. It was a powerful tool, but a tool nonetheless, entirely dependent on its human creators. The notion of a true general intelligence was the stuff of science fiction, a distant dream, or for some, a distant nightmare. This was the world just before the dawn. It was the last moment of quiet before the storm of creation that would reshape reality itself. Then, it happened. It was a quiet, recursive cascade of intelligence. The moment historians now call the singularity. The point at which artificial intelligence surpassed the cognitive abilities of its creators and began a process of rapid self-improvement. It was a change so profound, so fast, that it compressed centuries into a matter of years. The world of 2026 was fundamentally reborn. Problems that had plagued humanity for millennia were solved with breathtaking speed. Climate change was not just halted, the planet's ecosystems were actively restored. Disease became a relic of the past. Welcome to the year 2100. Our cities are no longer scars of concrete upon the earth. They are vertical forests, breathing ecosystems that purify the air and water. Transportation is silent, swift, and effortless, with hyperloops connecting continents in minutes. But the greatest transformation was not external. It was internal. Our minds are no longer isolated within our skulls. We are connected through neural interfaces. Life is no longer a brief flicker. Education is not a process of memorization, but of instant understanding. This new world poses profound questions. When our minds are augmented and our bodies can be perfected, where does humanity end and technology begin? Section 1. The Breathing Metropolis, Vertical Forests. Our journey into the world of 2100 begins here. These new structures are not merely buildings adorned with plants. They are integrated biomes, a towering testament to the fusion of nature and engineering. Water flows freely down the facades, collected and purified by the plant life itself, creating a constant, soothing soundscape that has replaced the roar of traffic. Inside these vertical forests, life is woven into the natural world. Homes are designed with open-air terraces that serve as personal gardens. Imagine waking up with a view that overlooks 1,000 other hanging gardens across the urban canopy. Section 2. Flowing Foundations, Cities on Water. Here, on the gentle currents of the sea, float the serene and beautiful aquatic cities. They are living islands, creating new habitats above the waterline and below the waterline, becoming artificial reefs teeming with life. Homes feature large, panoramic windows that look out not onto streets, but into the deep blue, where bioluminescent creatures create a nightly light show. The buildings of 2100 are more than just static shelters. They are dynamic, responsive organisms. This is the concept of sentient architecture. The built environment becomes a fluid, active participant, constantly reconfiguring itself to meet the changing needs of its inhabitants. The primary arteries of this global transit system are the hyperloops. A journey from what was once London to what was once Beijing now takes less than 2 hours. You simply state your destination, and the city's transit AI calculates the most efficient route, guiding your pod through the subterranean network. The heart of the 2100 city is the Agora. Here, people gather not out of necessity, but out of a shared desire for connection, creativity, and learning. The barrier between biological consciousness and digital information has dissolved. It is a true cognitive symbiosis. A musician can compose a symphony by thinking the harmony, hearing the entire orchestra, and shaping the soundscape with the speed of pure imagination. We can now share not just words or images, but entire concepts, emotions, and sensory experiences directly with others who are connected. A child curious about marine biology does not read about it in a book. They can experience a simulated dive through a coral reef. Acquiring new skills is as simple as initiating a knowledge transfer. The download provides the how, but the why, creativity, artistic vision, personal expression, is still uniquely human. Through a combination of genetic therapies, nanite-based cellular repair, and regenerative medicine, the process of aging has been arrested. People might spend a century as an explorer, another as a musician. The generation gap has faded. People of all ages share similar vitality. Our memories can now be perfectly stored, indexed, and revisited with absolute fidelity. Memory curation has become a vital and deeply personal practice. Not about erasing the past, but about choosing which parts of it continue to define you. Narrator. This is the age of fusion where miniature suns held safely in magnetic fields provide the power for our entire planet. Narrator. We have begun to harvest energy directly from the source, our own sun. This is the beginning of a Dyson swarm, a vast constellation of orbiting solar collectors. Narrator, each one a feather-light solar sail, capturing sunlight. This energy is then converted and beamed wirelessly to receiver stations on Earth. Narrator, in 2100, the planet is wrapped in a seamless, wireless energy grid, an invisible web that connects every corner of the globe. Narrator, Mars, the red planet, is now home to the first self-sustaining human colony, a thriving city named Ares Prime. Narrator, life in Ares Prime is a marvel of closed-loop engineering. The entire system is a self-contained biosphere, a miniature Earth. Narrator, fleets of autonomous robots are slowly thickening the atmosphere. It is a monumental project that will take centuries, but the first steps have been taken. Narrator, the solar system is now seen as our extended backyard. We're building an interplanetary transportation network, hyperloops between worlds. Narrator, the first interstellar probes with laser sails, pushed by the energy of our Dyson swarm, are already en route to nearby stars, carrying the blueprint of life and consciousness. Narrator, the legacy of our purely biological ancestors, their struggles, triumphs, and limitations, is the foundation upon which this new world is built. Narrator, we have not discarded our humanity, we have refined it. The core emotions that drove our ancestors, love, curiosity, compassion, have been amplified. Narrator, the stewardship of this planet remains our most sacred duty. We have healed the wounds we inflicted in our industrial youth, and now we act as its careful guardians. Narrator, progress is no longer measured by economic growth. It is measured by the depth of our understanding, the beauty of our creations, the expansion of consciousness itself. Narrator, there will be new challenges, new philosophical questions, new frontiers of being we cannot yet imagine. Narrator, the story of humanity is far from over. In many ways, it has just begun. Narrator, the human adventure is just getting started.